What's intelligence? Generally, it is the ability to learn, understand, and adapt to new situations. In psychology, intelligence is understood as the capacity to learn from experience, adapt to new situations, and use acquired knowledge to solve problems and achieve goals. Philosophically, it is the ability to know, understand, and make derived meaning from your own experience. Intelligence is often seen as a gift, an advantage that paves the way to success and enlightenment. But what if it's not always a blessing? What if intelligence is also a burden, one that isolates, torments, and even destroys those who possess it? Throughout history, many of the world's greatest minds have suffered not because of their ignorance, but because of their knowledge. Let's dive into the world of the intelligent mind. Highly intelligent individuals often find themselves alone, not because they wish to be, but because they struggle to connect with those around them. Their ability to naturally think critically, their deep curiosity about everything in the world, and their thirst for knowledge sets them apart from the rest of the world. Conversations that seem ordinary to most feel superficial to them. Their deep, analytical minds often push them to isolation. Nikola Tesla, despite his revolutionary inventions and contributions to the world of electrical engineering, died alone and impoverished. His last words to his mother were, "My years of service to mankind have brought me nothing but insult and humiliation." Chess prodigy Bobby Fischer, a genius of strategy, suffered from paranoia and antisocial behavior, particularly after his chess triumphs, alienating him further, leading to a life in exile. With intelligence comes awareness, and with awareness comes existential dread. The heightened self-awareness, strong observational skills, and the tendency to analyze everything can create a constant stream of thoughts about the meaning of life, potential outcomes, and perceived threats, leading to worry and anxiety. Jean-Paul Sartre argued that humans are condemned to be free, forced to navigate an absurd and meaningless existence. Carl Jung believed that intelligence without emotional integration could lead to despair. David Foster Wallace, a literary genius, struggled with anxiety and depression throughout his life. As a young man, Wallace depended on alcohol and marijuana to calm his anxiety. In his work, particularly The Infinite Jest, he reflects the burden of intellectual depth and delves into the complexities of anxiety and depression extensively, portraying them as pervasive societal issues that need serious confronting. He hanged himself at an age of 46. Alan Turing, the father of modern computing, was both a visionary and a victim, persecuted despite his brilliance. Intelligent minds see endless possibilities, a gift that comes at a cost. Their tendency of analyzing every angle, every risk, and every potential consequence, overthinking situations and outcomes, hinders them from making decisions. Studies show that highly intelligent individuals often overanalyze, leading to indecisiveness. The Dunning-Kruger effect reveals that intelligent people tend to doubt their own knowledge, making them hesitant to act. A good example is Ludwig Wittgenstein, a brilliant philosopher who constantly revised his own ideas, doubting his philosophical positions. Stanley Kubrick, a legendary filmmaker, obsessed over details, causing years-long delays in his productions. His intense dedication to details and relentless pursuit of perfection costed him time and money. For some, intelligence creates a barrier between logic and emotion. Relationships become psychological constructs rather than deeply felt experiences. Love, morality, and human nature, all dissected and analyzed rather than lived. The more distinctly a man knows, the more intelligent he is, the more pain he has. The man who is gifted with genius suffers most of all. Arthur Schopenhauer. He argued that greater intelligence leads to greater suffering as it exposes the futility of existence. Sigmund Freud noted that highly intelligent individuals often struggle with emotional expression. Real-life example is Steve Jobs, a visionary genius, was also known for his cold and ruthless behavior towards his employees. Howard Hughes, the billionaire inventor, is known for his eccentric behavior and paranoia. He was later diagnosed with germophobia, obsessive-compulsive disorder, and drug addiction that led to reclusive lifestyle and isolation due to obsessive thought pattern. History has shown that society often fears those who think differently. Intelligence, when used to challenge norms, can be dangerous, not only to the individual, but to the world they threaten to change. In ancient Greece, Socrates was sentenced to death for questioning Athenian society. Italian astronomer and physicist Galileo was persecuted for daring to suggest that the Earth revolved around the sun. Giordano Bruno was tried for heresy by the Catholic Church for his belief and teachings on plurality and revolutionary ideas about the universe. He was burned alive at the stake. From an early age, intelligent individuals are told they are destined for greatness. This expectation, though well-meaning, creates immense pressure. The fear of failure, perfectionism, and imposter syndrome take over. Studies on gifted children reveal that many suffer from existential depression. Perfectionism is common among highly intelligent individuals, often leading to burnout. Kurt Gödel, a mathematical genius, produced his famous incompleteness theorems at an age of 25. He became obsessed with fear and paranoia, leading to self-starvation and death. Robin Williams, despite his brilliant mind and wit, fought internal battles that ultimately claimed his life. Not all intelligence is used for good. When brilliance lacks empathy, it can be wielded as a weapon of deceit, manipulation, and destruction. When a highly intelligent individual understands human psychology and social dynamics well, it allows them to anticipate reactions and manipulate situations to their advantages. Studies have shown that when high intelligence lacks empathy, it becomes dangerous. Narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy are common in highly intelligent but emotionally detached individuals. Adolf Hitler, a strategic mastermind, used manipulation to lead millions into destruction. Bernie Madoff, a financial fraudster, deceived investors in a multi-billion-dollar Ponzi scheme. Intelligence is a double-edged sword. It grants insight, but it also isolates. It illuminates, but it also overwhelms. The true challenge is not just possessing intelligence, but knowing how to balance it with wisdom, with emotional depth, and with human connection. Perhaps the ultimate measure of intelligence is not just how much one knows, but how well one carries the burdens that come with it. If this resonated with you, or made you think twice about the cost of being intelligent, share this with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden sides of human nature. Until next time, stay thoughtful and stay awake.